when we first met, we were our birth genders.
Right. So
And
entirely different people when you met.
Entirely different people.
I'm heading to a small town, about an hour and a half from Washington, D.C. I've been given a rare opportunity to stay with a one-of-a-kind family who spent a long time deciding if this was the right moment to let us into their home. I am in rural Virginia. I'm going to go and hang out with the family, mum, dad, 2 boys. What makes them, in my opinion, like, incredibly unique is mum and dad are both transgender. When Maya and Kennedy started a family in 2010, they were their birth genders. Maya was dad, and Kennedy was mum. After the birth of their 2 sons, they both transitioned, and in 2018, they finally married. I've arrived in time for the July 4th weekend, when families across America come together. So I want to find out how Maya and Kennedy both transitioning has affected their family, friends, and relationship.
Hello, come on in. Nice to see you. I'm doing well. I'm doing wonderful. Come on in.
Who's this?
Careful. That's Nikki. She was my little buddy. She might snap, so you got to go in slow.
Go in slow.
Oh my, she doesn't do this with anyone.
Really? I've won her over.
She loves you.
Nikki. Maya, thank you for having me.
You're so welcome.
Where's Kennedy?
So Kennedy's at work.
Fine. Got 2 sons.
2 boys, Carson and Mason. They're still asleep, but you know, it's the summertime. School's out. Okay, look, so we have a really small, cute, cozy house. Thank you. This is where you're gonna sleep.
Brilliant.
Okay.
This is perfect.
So it pulls out into a nice little bed. We have some new pillows for you. You have to excuse what I have on because I was about to get in the shower.
Maya, you look 10-10.
As the breadwinner, Maya rarely has time off from her work. She founded a non-profit to help the LGBTQ community of Virginia with resources and support. Kennedy also helps at the charity. And together, the couple have become pillars in their community.
I'm gonna show you the boys' room. So they're just waking up and getting their
sweetheart. How are you?
together. And Carson, Mason.
Nice to meet you. Mason, I'm Stacey.
That's Stacey.
And Carson, you're the oldest.
Yeah.
You're how old?
I'm about to turn 12.
About to turn 12. And how old are you, mate?
9.
9. Okay. I'll see you in a bit, yeah? And just so I'm aware, so I don't make any mistakes, what do the boys know?
So I think they know about that we've transitioned, but we haven't had like a sit-down family discussion about it. So the discussion around that will keep away from them for now. But other than that, all bets are off, whatever. Whatever we need to talk about, let's talk about it.
When we approached you, Maya, did you have any, fears or reservations about letting us in?
Absolutely. You know, when we moved out here, because we're from Washington, D.C., it's much, much different. You know, there they have so many resources. It's so progressive, so much diversity. When you come here, it's none of that. I was just concerned how people would receive us once they see us. Mm-hmm. You know, my husband and the kids, when we're out about, we blend in very nicely. So, publicly speaking about who we are, it's a little scary. I mean, we're here. We're not going nowhere. So somebody has to be the voice for our community, and I've signed up for it. So here we are. Let's do it. So I'm going to shower, get ready. All right, let's go. Carson, Mason, we'll be back, okay? Wait, I forgot my shades. You can't leave home without shades.
I quite agree.
Today, I'm mostly hanging out with Maya, while Kennedy's at his bank cashier job.
All right, let's go.
Okay, let's go.
What better way to get to know her than to escort her to an appointment with her plastic surgeon?
Okay.
Cool.
How are you feeling now with your exterior?
So being a transgender woman, I've been very insecure, about my body, about my voice, about the way I look. And one of the most important things for me is to just be able to walk amongst everyone and sort of blend in, if you will, because that's important. It's important for safety. It's important for my children. So I am excited about how I look, but there are still some nip tucks that I want to do. I'm not going to overdo it. I'm not going to be a Joan Rivers about the situation. So we are in downtown DC Northwest. We are about 2 minutes from the doctor's office. He's like the trans doctor of DC right now.
Transitioning is a complex process. It sometimes, but not always, involves surgery.
Oh my gosh, 801.
Stop, I'm 8 flights of stairs.
Well, we're gonna do this together.
In the US, gender surgery rapidly increased over the last 5 years, and the industry is estimated to be worth over £250 million. Last year, Maya had plastic surgery to create a vagina called a vaginoplasty. But today she's here about breast surgery and liposuction she had 4 weeks ago.
How's your pain been doing?
The pain has gone down a lot. The nipples are sore, a little tender, but that's to be expected.
Yeah, and you may get some little shooting pains, electrical shocks for a few months afterwards.
Yeah. Do you want to take a look?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna take the waist trainer.
So the tib is falling down low.
Okay.
And then, can I take a look at the incision line? Excellent. Okay. Yeah, you're healing perfectly right now.
Thank
Remind me
you.
what you had done, Maya.
So I got a 360 lipo, and that basically took all the fat from around here, right? And he gave me a little sculpting to shape it.
We really want to create a nice curve to give that kind of lower back curve, and then the waistline curve, and then the breast, and so that way
It looks fantastic.
yeah, we want to really feminize the body shape.
And that's the goal, feminization.
Yes.
Maya, when
Thank you.
you're sort of stood there now, looking
Yeah.
at yourself
Mhm.
in the mirror, what do you see?
I see a beautiful woman. Like, being a transgender woman, you grow up with the body of a male. And you look in the mirror every day and you're like, okay, I feel like this on the inside, but my body looks like a guy. But I see a woman, I don't see a guy.
And however much detail you're sort of happy to offer up, when you first saw your vagina,
Uh-huh.
you must have that must have been euphoric. Or what was it like?
So let me be honest with you.
Don't make assumptions,
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
me.
So I'm going to be honest in this, that when you first get the surgery done, it's a hot mess.
Oh.
It's very raw and it's bloody and, stitches are hanging out. I was like, oh my gosh, what did I do? I was like, what the fuck is this? But as it starts to heal, it starts to shape and it starts to form and it starts to function.
You'll have to forgive my ignorance, but is it true that a penis can become a clitoris? Part of a clitoris?
Yes. We use a portion of the glans penis, which is the head, and it has all the nerves to go into it. So when you kind of create a new clitoris, you have the same ability to orgasm. And I'd say most of my patients say they orgasm better after surgery than before.
How many of your patients are trans women, trans men from the trans community?
So from the trans community, probably about 60% of my practice is trans women, trans men, and non-binary patients. I do probably about 600 surgeries a year.
600?
I mean, for years there was nowhere to go. Patients didn't have access. We've seen patients that have had self-mutilation. I've had a patient that's gone to a large animal vet to have their testicles removed. It damaged their urethra, so urinary system. I mean, it's pretty horrific what some patients have been through in the past.
People were going to vets.
Yeah.
That's outrageous. I've actually never heard of that, people going to the vets.
Yeah, we know someone who actually made an attempt to cut their own penis off because she just couldn't look at it. It's life or death for a lot of people.
This is 650. Yours is about this big.
Oh my gosh, it don't feel this heavy in here.
Yeah.
Put it in your
Imagine
boot.
having big boobs. I can't really truly understand what it must be like to have to undergo surgery just so that
you look like who you feel and know you are. It's so invasive, and there are risks attached to that kind of surgery.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you so much.
You know, there was somebody, an individual who went to a vet. We can never truly understand the trauma that so many people within that community have been through. Back in Virginia, the man of the Power household has arrived home.
Hey!
Well, hello, how are you?
I'm really well, actually. How are you? Nice to meet
it's
you.
so nice to meet you.
Stacey?
Oh, we have so much in store.
Yeah?
4th of July weekend. We're gonna go see some family. We're gonna eat some crabs. It's gonna be a good time.
Well, listen, thank you for having me this weekend. I'm delighted.
Welcome to America.
Thank you.
So Maya's in bed, the boys are in their room. I think Kennedy's gone to get some food. I'm on the sofa, so I mustn't leave me dirty pants on the living room floor. Lots of people still have a very sort of definite, rigid idea of what a mum does and what a dad does. And in this family, they literally swapped roles. So mum became dad and dad became mum. So I think there's a lot to discuss this weekend.
Give on this breakfast. I'm making some delicious pancakes. Go brush your teeth, get up, come on, let's go.
It's my first morning at American transgender couple Kennedy and Myers.
Can I brush my teeth after?
No, you're gonna brush your teeth now. Nobody wants your funky breath. This is serious, this is not a drill.
While I organise a cultural exchange,
Right, I've made you this tea. Very British.
I'm keen to get to know the man of the house and find out if changing from mother to father has affected gender roles.
Do you like it?
Oh, I never had milk and tea, hold on.
This your first time?
It's not bad.
Feel very honoured. You're the domesticated one, Kennedy.
Very much so. You know, I tend to keep it as neat as possible around here.
You're a modern man. We love to see it.
Yeah.
My boyfriend, he's called Kevin. He's not great around the house. He's not terrible.
Do he cook?
Not really.
So you do the cooking?
Not really. The pair of
so
us.
y'all don't eat.
The pair of us are useless.
They will definitely
Look what your man's cooking you, Maya.
I know, it smells so good.
It sounds like you're well looked after. You're Kennedy.
Listen, he takes care of me very well. He does all the
that's
he
so
does the
sweet.
cooking, the cleaning.
What you need?
I can cook, but I don't want to cook.
Have you always wanted to be a parent, Kennedy?
Always. Growing up as a little lad, I used to play house a lot. And I always wanted to be a parent. I think I can credit that to just being from such a big family.
Don't let that drip, honey.
I'm not gonna let it drip.
Okay.
So are you the strict one, or is Maya the strict one?
I would say Maya is way more strict than me. I don't even like raising my voice.
Yeah. He's the more chill. I'm more of the disciplinary. Honey, watch that. You dropped something on the floor.
Wait, oh,
I was scared of my mom. She would just give me like a look.
Yeah.
that parent look.
That parent look like.
That look don't work for these new generation kids. You can't just give
Oh,
these.
it works for our kids. Oh, I give them that look and they straighten right up. I got it from my mom.
Let me see what that look like. That look like you trying to get somebody the sexy face. What the fuck? What is that? You want me in the bedroom? That's what that look says. Where's the kids? Y'all ready for breakfast? Hello? No one? All right. That's the response I was looking for. Here's to family.
Oh,
Good times.
Cheers.
Y'all late. Y'all making me late. I hate being late.
I just need to put a little wax on and just a little mascara.
As the morning progresses, it seems to me that the couple are certainly conforming to one gender stereotype.
It takes a woman more time to get ready.
You're gonna be late?
No, we're not. Oh shit, I don't have on a necklace.
we're seeing some of your family today.
Yes, it's gonna be so fun. You're gonna love them. We're a close bunch. This is me and my siblings right here.
Which one's you? Stop.
I know, right? I'm telling myself that too. Stop.
Wow. And you've wrote here, me and my beautiful sisters when I was their sister. Oh, mate, they're gorgeous. Wow, Kennedy.
After thinking about changing genders since the age of 5 and living for years as a tomboy, in 2016, Kennedy started to take testosterone and began his transition.
Cool.
How long is it?
Oh my gosh,
Why
you always
that
ask that.
question?
I always ask the same question. I'm going to take this in the car, Maya.
Okay, I'm coming. All right.
Oh yeah, we about to go do some crabs. We about to go feast.
We're about to go
Feast like a beast. You got your emergency brake on there?
We're driving an hour and a half across state for a special 4th of July lunch with some of Kennedy's family. I'm usually for Kennedy. Today, he's in the driving seat.
Uh-oh, the emergency brake, is it on or off?
Nah, it's off.
Should I have backed out for you?
So, Maya, you do most of the driving.
Historically, I did most of the driving because Kennedy wasn't driving, so I just recently taught him how to drive, so he just got his driver's license.
Congrats, Kennedy.
Thank you so much.
So he's been driving me around a lot more so I can feel presidential. Honey, where are you going, dear? You know it's just gonna be tough to get out of. Oh no, you got
It's
it.
not.
You got it. Let me leave you alone. I'm sorry.
Please leave me alone.
I know I'm such a, you know.
Can I hear your British accent, Mason?
Hello, how are you?
Mason, for a second I thought I was back in England there. I thought I was back in London.
We here.
Having safely arrived, I want to find out what Kennedy's family think of the couple's gender reassignment.
Hi.
Hi.
There's
I love it.
it's a family affair.
Hi.
This is Stacey.
How are you? I'm Stacey.
Diamond is Kennedy's oldest sister,
You're Kennedy's sister.
and Bree is his youngest sister.
Nice to meet you. So you're the baby. Thanks for having us.
All right, everybody, grab a plate. Come on.
No, this sauce is a different sauce.
Who made this?
Benny made that.
Oh, wait a minute.
It's good. Yeah, right.
Tammy, don't look at me because I'm useless. Oh. Oh, so nearly.
As it's obvious I won't be scoring any touchdowns, I'll stick to what I'm good at and find out from Kennedy's siblings what it was like for them when their sister became their brother.
I'm really interested in hearing from your point of view how it was witnessing your Kennedy's transition.
Kennedy is always Kennedy. It wasn't a shock for us.
Because Kennedy always been a tomboy, so it wasn't like a big deal.
Yeah, there was no change, really. Well, as we were growing up, we grew up in a very religious household. And so I guess Kennedy had to deal with that fact and, you know, coming out to our very religious mother. She's the type of mother that was like, no, girls, us, you're not having sex until you're married type of person.
So quite conservative.
Very conservative. Cover your hair and you can't wear shorts or skirts to show your legs or show your feet.
It was an Islamic household.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so seeing him struggle like that, it was sad because we knew before our mom. Eventually, it grew on her and she became more supportive.
So it must have been really difficult at times.
Yeah. In high school, a lot of the teachers and the principals would, before he transitioned, he was just, you know, lesbian, I guess.
Yeah, they
tomboy.
would just mistake him as a boy. You know what I mean?
And I noticed that he would get upset about that. And so that was tough too, seeing him have to deal with that in high school.
On the good part, all of my friends would be like, oh, Brie, your brother is sexy. And I'm like, that's not my brother. But, you know, yeah.
So
So you're really close to Kennedy.
Yeah, I guess we're closer to Kennedy than our brothers as we grew up. Because it was the boys and girls were always separated. The girls couldn't hang out with the boys. The boys couldn't hang out with the girls.
Yes, I can have personal conversations with Kennedy that I wouldn't have with my brothers.
Other brothers. It's easier. Yeah, I can talk to Kenny about anything because we had that foundation, that relationship in the beginning as sisters.
Throughout his transition, Kennedy leaned on his close family members for support. I still want to find out about this remarkable couple's experience of starting their own family. Talk me through the day that you found out you were pregnant with Carson.
I was at my sister's house, and I'm just sitting there on the couch, nervous, and I looked at the pregnancy test, and I was like, damn. Like, I really have a baby in me. And at that point, I just knew that life would just change literally forever. And I also was thinking like, damn, and I want to breastfeed.
So you had breasts at the time?
I did.
You hadn't transitioned?
I did. I haven't transitioned. So I had breasts. And you have kids?
I haven't actually, no.
Man, are you in store for some crazy body changes? By the time he was born, and just dealing with your breast being engorged with milk, and oh my God, it was the worst. Carson just would not take a bottle at all. So I ended up breastfeeding for an entire year.
Wow.
And then he only wanted one breast. He sucked one of them dry, like it was like, started sagging like a saggy bag on my chest.
Did you ever feel conflicted? Because it sounds like, on the one hand, the body that you were in at the time was able to give you something that was really important to you, your babies. But on the other hand, when you looked in the mirror, that wasn't you. That must have been difficult at times.
You know, even though I didn't feel right in the body, I wanted to feel being pregnant. I still wanted to feel the entire process of having children. They're the best thing ever. So that was a decision that I made that was so important, and I'm so glad I did it.
When you first said to them, "Look, I'm going to be your dad now, and Daddy's going to be Mummy," did they ever question that?
They did. They were so young, maybe 2 or 3 at the time. Our physical being that's the only thing that really changed. I still do more hands-on stuff with children as I did when I was their mother. I still comb their hair. I'm still making dinners. I'm still doing laundry. She's still the go-getter. She's still the breadwinner of the family. Dynamics actually didn't change. We're just now naturally ourselves. They know. And I know that they know. Maya tries to shrug it under the rug a little bit because she's just not ready for it all. It's just, it's too heavy for her.
So it's your belief that they understand?
Oh, of course.
That you've both transitioned?
Yeah, of course. And I don't care that they know. Because they know they have 2 parents that love them. They got mom, they got dad.
This mum and dad are navigating their way through a complex situation. Tomorrow, I'd like to find out how it's affected them as a couple. While her surgical procedures are over for now,
Gloves?
yeah, so I put these on. Maya is still trying to erase some visual reminders of her past.
So this is just my prescription numbing cream. It's really strong stuff here. All right, so I'm gonna get these tattoos lasered off.
But which ones? The
So
normal
I
one?
want all of them removed, like all over my whole body.
Okay.
So what we do is we rub a little numbing cream all over it, really thick.
Really thick. Oh my gosh.
That's thin.
Do you want more?
You gotta layer that on.
I'm at the loop.
Go ahead, wrap it around. There you go. And then pull that around.
I'm doing the sandwiches.
Like, this shit is so painful.
Perf.
Voila. I'm ready to go. I look like, what do I look like?
Like going to the Met Gala.
Is that what it is?
They always look a bit daft, don't they?
I know. That's
They have like a beautiful dress on and then
nowadays.
we'll put some plastic around us.
The Mets is ready for me.
So how much would all of this cost you?
The surgeries cost thousands. I've had my jawline done. I've had my chin done. I've had a hairline advancement. I've had a brow lift. I've had a trachea shave. I've had my nose done 5 times. I have veneers. I have my breasts. I've had hip implants. I've had lipo. I've had fat grafting to the hips. I've had fat grafting to the face, fat grafting to the nose, tattoo removal. I've had braces. And so probably over $200,000.
Stop it.
But insurance covered a lot. You know, what I maybe had to pay like out of pocket, my cost maybe about $40,000 for everything. You know, and I don't mean to sound braggy, but what I'm doing is I want to explain the costs that us women take to get to where we want to be.
When did you know that you were a woman?
That happened very, very young. Like, I was 6 years old, and I knew, you know.
How?
You feel it. It's like waking up in the morning and realizing you're black. Waking up in the morning realizing you're white. You feel it. But of course, at that young age, I didn't know what those feelings were. And you wonder
So at
why.
that age, you just want to be like all your pals, didn't you?
But they were all talking about me. Elementary school was horrible. They picked on me so bad. You know, even going to my kids' elementary school, it brings back trauma from when I was in elementary school. Carmen!
Are you ready for your treatment?
I am so ready. I'm gonna hold your hand through this.
I've got you. I feel like you're about to give birth.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. Ready.
Keep pushing.
Oh my God.
Is Maya gonna get any more tats?
Hell no. I'm a mother, I'm a housewife, I'm a career girl. My life is so different from where I was 10 years ago. I was just drinking and in the club, smoking cigarettes, with my tattoos. I'm a badass with my leather coats. I was just like, if I can't be a woman, I'm gonna be rebellious.
Just before the boys came, I suppose.
It took me about 2 years to be like, okay, calm it the hell down, you have kids. You know, my husband, he's so wonderful. I don't know what I would have done without him. I mean, because I was just all over the place, and he held down the house. He held down the kids. You know, it was times that I just didn't want to be bothered. You know, and to this day, like, I just don't know. He's been an angel. He's been so good. You know, and I was terrible at one point, you know, and he stayed strong, and he really stood by me, you know, and he stood by me through some tough times. And I'm just forever grateful to have him. That's why, you know, he got the marriage, I got the ring, and we really did it because it showed me through our hard times that he's still gonna stick by me. And so through any of his hard times, I'm gonna stick by him. Hi, guys. You know, you're normally there with me.
I know.
So it was so funny to not have you with me.
I know.
Mason, hugsy.
Hug.
Maya and Kennedy's relationship remains strong, despite their remarkable changes. And I'd love to know what their secret is. As my stay with transgender parents Maya and Kennedy approaches its end, I want to ask the couple how they keep consistently strong, despite undergoing so many changes.
When you both met, did you fancy each other straight away?
We did, actually. Because remember, when we first met, we were our birth genders.
Right. So
And
entirely different people when you met.
Entirely different people. And we had no idea that we both were interested in even transitioning.
That is so interesting.
It's like fate, right? It was like fun at first.
It was love at first sight for me. It was fun for her.
Stop.
Yeah, Kennedy kind of fell really hard really quick. It was just fun for me.
Tell me about that.
It was like the first time she smiled at me and just kissed my forehead gently. Gosh. It was like, I knew it was something special for me. I knew that I would be the yin to her yang, you know?
Remember, he was his birth gender at the time, so he had different hormones riding around in there. And I had different hormones too. So
you were presenting as a female and you were presenting as a male.
Mm-hmm.
I always was on the masculine side of the spectrum.
Uh-huh.
But still clearly female.
Right.
And I was a little more feminine, but clearly male. Being a black woman, it's so much harder for us to transition because our community just doesn't accept it. It's like, first of all, you're already black in America. No one cares about you. Then you're also part of the LGBTQ community and you're a trans person. Ugh, get out of here.
That's just so utterly heartbreaking, isn't it? Because, you know, you've taught me through how hard it is to be accepted. I'm desperate to know how the conversation played out when you realised, actually, we need to transition.
So a friend of mine ended up contracting meningitis. And so she passed so suddenly. I went into a depressive state after she died. I locked myself in a bedroom. That's when I bought Nikki, the dog. I got Nikki because, like, I just needed someone to, like, be in the bed with me. I couldn't face my kids. I couldn't face Kennedy. I couldn't face my family. I couldn't face my friends, like anyone. And I was, and when I locked myself in a room, I sort of made the decision, like, I need to live, be myself. And so while I was back there hibernating, I made a decision to transition. So I'm like taking hormones.
I had no idea.
You didn't know?
No. Nikki knew. It was just me and Nikki. And
the dog knew.
Dog knows. So finally I told Kennedy straight up. And so Kennedy said, okay, that's fine. I'm going to still, be by your side.
This is enormous news to receive.
You know what I felt? I was kind of having the same conversation with a friend of mine when we went on a road trip.
I had no idea.
About myself. This is something that I kind of been in and out of my mind since I was 5 years old, and it made sense because I was like, okay, well, she'll be their mother and I'll be their father. So, that was another big deal is for the kids to still have that mother-father. Dynamics. And it is dynamics. And so it made sense. It made sense in that regard.
Kennedy, do you have any more plans in terms of further surgery?
No.
You're happy?
No, I'm happy.
You like your parts?
I like my parts. I like the way they work. It's been doing me good for a lot of years.
What a family. My goodness me. So, here we are now. You are Kennedy, you are Maya. Mm-hmm. In terms of intimacy and, your relationship now, how does that work? Because you're two different people.
So, When we first met, you know, it was, I mean, it was heterosexual sex.
Right.
It was penis, vagina, come together, do what you do. After we transitioned, before I had a gender reassignment surgery, it was the same. That's how we enjoyed each other. After the gender reassignment surgery, which was extremely important to me.
That was really important for me, for you to
Thank
feel
you.
comfortable with yourself. Now it's all about her learning herself, you know, because it is something new for her. You know, so it's not as simple as it was when, you know, when she had a penis and just
Oh my gosh, a what?
and just sticking a penis into a vagina. And because I still have my original birth parts down there, it's just it's us learning each other all over again because of that.
It's new space.
You know, cis straight people will be able to relate to some of what you're saying, because when you've been together for such a long time, people change and your desires change. So, you know, a lot of what you're saying.
You know, we have these sort of issues and problems, whereas though someone else may have issues and problems that we don't have. You know, so it doesn't change, you know, or make us any different from anyone else.
It don't make me love her any less.
No, it definitely don't make me love you any less.
Maybe it's no surprise that transitioning genders might affect the most intimate aspects of a relationship. But I still want to ask Maya about one other element of family life.
Show us your flip. Oh, Carson, oh my gosh, that's so impressive. Does your dad get on with you? No. What about mum? No. I can't really imagine Maya on the trampoline.
But now we do martial arts.
Martial arts? So I mustn't get into a fight with you?
I can show you a skill.
Yeah, show me a skill. Mason! My word.
As part of their 4th of July celebrations, the Powers are determined that I join them in a family tradition.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord.
You'll be buried in Virginia.
I will look after you for sure.
Let's go.
Near the rink?
Gonna be one fiasco.
Those little walkers?
We need 2 of them.
This is deeply uncool.
Old ladies.
Y'all, like the old lady that you guys are. This is, you
About to fall. Come on, Stacey.
Actually, I'm all right.
Woo! I got it. Woo! Woo!
Oh, it's look for Maya.
Wipe out! Total wipe out! Old lady gang.
Seeing how happy they are as a family,
I think I bust the implant.
We don't want no implants bursting.
I'm curious to know what's holding Maya back from talking to her boys about her transition.
I am rusty.
You are very rusty, but I'm rusty with you.
Maya, at the start of the weekend, I said, just talk me through this. What do the boys know? What don't they know?
Like, they're not stupid. You know, I know they know something. You know, I know they sort of pick up on little stuff here and there. But we haven't like had a family meeting to actually sit down and talk about it, because I'm a strong, you know what, and I can go out there and argue and fight and do what I need to do in the streets and be an advocate, but I'm a weak little thing when it comes to the kids. I'm just not ready for that yet.
Is part of you a bit scared?
Of course. It's that little person back when I was in elementary school that was just scared of the world. It's still a little piece of that little person in me. I don't want to disappoint them. I just don't want the boys to be embarrassed. You know, I want their friends to look at us as normal.
And do you think their pals ask them questions?
No, and no one doesn't know anything about us. I mean, we go through the town, the neighborhood. We don't blast our business all over the town. And I think that with kids, they don't care about it. They want to have fun. Your mom's nice, your dad's nice. That's all kids care about. I want them to enjoy their childhood. Our household is just love. It's just family. They're loved. They have everything they need, everything they want. They still see their same parents. When they look us in our eyes, we're the same parents that they had from the beginning.
Your boys are lovely.
Oh, thank you.
I really mean that.
Careful, boys. Oh, gosh. See, this is what happens. The mom says no, the dad says yes.
It's very easy for people to say, oh, you know, we should do this or we should do that. But ultimately, Maya and Kennedy's main focus is to protect the boys.
Everyone's face is like bright in their fireworks.
I think they're just prioritising their happiness. They're the most important thing to them.
Nikki. Nikki, I'm going. Gang, that's me. I'm off.
Oh my God. It's been such a great time.
Thank you so much for having us.
The Powers are trailblazers, taking courageous steps.
Nice to see you, Carson.
Nice to see you.
I know you weren't on the computer at night. Sorry about that. Thank you.
And in many ways, living a progressive, modern life. But they are also a very loving and traditional family, with issues and struggles, just like everyone else.
Bye. She was a power for the weekend, for sure. Goodbye. Bye.